Because the example is given of Draupadi. Draupadi was being disrobed by Dushashan, and at that time she called, "Hey Govinda Rakoshana Aptojivana, oh Krishna, I take shelter with you, please save my life." And Krishna came in the form of his Vastra avatar, sorry incarnation, and in this way protected the dignity of Draupadi. So this example has been given because if a devotee, the sadhak, who still has some connection with the physical body, he is not in his ordinary circumstances. In ordinary circumstances, he would never ever ask Krishna for anything. But at a time of great calamity, he may call out, "Oh God, save me," for a moment. Yet he will not be excluded from the definition. Because generally, he would never ask for these things. So the suffix has been given, Anyavilas, Shita, Shunyam. Then, Jnana Kamatena Vritam. Jnana, knowledge, is of the three types. Tatpadaka Jnana, Thampadaka Jnana, and Brahmajiva Aikya Jnana. So first, Tatpadaka Jnana refers to knowledge of Bhagavan. Krishna's two Bhagavan. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Sarva Shaktiman. He has all potencies. He is full of compassion. He is Satchidananda Vigraha. He is the ocean of mercy. He is also the ocean of rasa. This is all knowledge of Sat. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is one type of Jnana. Another type of Jnana, that is called Tvam Padartha Jnana. To know, who am I? And not this physical body. I am Atma, the soul. This soul is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, by constitution, I am His eternal servant. These are the types of knowledge included in Tvam Padartha Jnana, knowledge of oneself. The third type of Jnana is called Brahmajiva Aikya Jnana, knowledge that Brahma, that is the Nirvishesh, Nirgun, Nishakti, the impersonal light of Brahman, is one with, non-different from the Atma. So this type of Jnana, it completely covers bhakti. If there's any smell of the idea that the Atma and Bhagavan are the same, that all Atmas are the same, that we are all God, I am you, and you are me, and we are all together, this knowledge completely destroys bhakti. So here, Jnana Kamatena Vritam, bhakti should not be Jnana Avrita, covered by knowledge which is completely destroys bhakti. But some knowledge can be there. What type of knowledge? Tat Padartha Jnana and Tvam Padartha Jnana. Knowledge of who is Bhagavan and who am I. So in the beginning this is helpful. But gradually as one advances, this should also Jnane Priyasam Udapasya Namanta Eva Jivanti Sanvakaritam Bhavati Avatam. This knowledge should also be left behind. So Jnana, Karmati and Avritam. Here the word karma means that one can perform karma, but not those karmas which cover bhakti. What is the example? We see that in Vedic society, if your parents pass away, you'll have to offer oblations, pinda. Like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Jagannath Mishra passed away, he went to Gaya and offered oblations there for his father. So these activities, should such karmas or pious, ritualistic, religious activities, should they be performed or not? So Rupa Goswami Pad said, if they will not cover bhakti. So what makes a karma cover bhakti or not cover bhakti? It depends on your shraddha, on your faith. If you have a faith that by doing this karma, then my bhakti will increase. Or by neglecting this karma, my bhakti will be disturbed. Then this karma will cover bhakti. But if one will have the faith, whether I do it or whether I don't do it, it won't make any difference whatsoever to my bhakti, because bhakti is independent of karma and jnana. Bhakti is always transcendental. Then, if one will engage in some karma without any faith in that activity, then it will not cover bhakti. And therefore we see that Vaishnavas, they do birth ceremony, haircutting ceremony, first grain ceremony, and wedding ceremony, and pinda, offering oblations to forefathers, all of these things. But why do they do it? Because it's a very good excuse to invite all the relatives and all the villagers and everyone to get together and have a big kirtan, and hear Hari Katha, have sadhu sangha, and honor Mahaprasadam. So like a trick to set an example for society, and to bring everyone into the fold of pure bhakti may be accepted. So it's called Jnana Kamati and Avritam. The word Adi means etc. It refers to yoga. If one will practice the yoga system and one will have faith in the Yoga Sutras, then big false ego will come. I am the doer. One will not have dependence on God and on the mercy of Shri Guru, the Ahoiti Kripa, because one has faith in his own activities. So here Adi refers to yoga, also refers to dry renunciation, Shushka Vairagya, artificially giving up the things of this world while internally still meditating on them. So all of these things are very dangerous, and they should, Jnana Kamadi, they can be accepted to a certain degree, but not in such a way that they will cover bhakti. So when all of these components of the definition given by Rupa Goswami are present, it can be called Uttama Bhakti or transcendental devotion. Very good. Thank you.
This bhakti begins from Shraddha. Dhruv has bhakti, but not Uttama bhakti. Karma Mishra bhakti, Arav Siddha bhakti. So Dhruv is not Uttam Bhagavata Shuddha Vaishnava. It may be after that he has received the association of knowledge, then he may be knowledge. Also, Prahlad Maharaj, Jnani Bhakta, some touch with Jnani. Akulan, he was not Nirvishesha Jnani, but who was his worshipable deity? Krishna, really. But Nishingadeva came only to protect himself. Because in Prahlad text we see, oh Krishna, Jne Parato Satova, and all, so many things. Vaikunthiya Krishna. But some Jnana touching, his Prabhu has no appetite, no drinking thing, no thirst. Oh, he never used to talk, no message, like Hanuman messaging down. He used to bring so many fruits and cloths here, there. But how this Prahlad Maharaj will serve? Never he can serve. Like a father he can sing. He can sing the glory. Hanuman, Ambarish Maharaj more better. Or to do it. He used to live especially in Vrindavan. He used to go to Radhakund, Shyamkund, Nandagaon, Varsana. Prahlad Maharaj never. After that, Hanuman, Premi Bhakta, but lacking something. He cannot embrace. He cannot give his remnants to Ram. Bharat too, Lakshmana too, Sita Devi too. But like that. No? So, something lacking in Krishna when he became Ram. Marjada Purushottam. Ram can give up Sita. Even you will take his shelter like his wife, or he will give up you. Why? Marjada. Marjada is nothing. Krishna, oh, what? He kicked Marjada. I don't want to be taken in Marjada, so that my heart beloved Sita Devi should be sent to what? I cannot tolerate. So Krishna never is like so. Sakha, oh, there, riding over, oh, my God, my horse, oh, go on. Arjun made him Sarthi. So, more like Nanda Yashoda. They control Krishna. Krishna began to fear. Oh, bother me, bind me and punish me. More than that, Gopi. And more than Gopi, Radhika. Even by some drought. And in what? Rude, Abhirude, Mohan, and then Madan form. Even not in Krishna, again not in Lalita Vishal. So this bhakti, Uttama bhakti, from Sabdha to Madana to Bhava of Radhikari. If you will follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Rup Goswami, very easily you can understand all these things. And then he told Vasudevi Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Bhakti Yoga. Jana Chatu Bhagwan Gyan Jab ahead. If he will do this bhakti, especially ahead to bhakti, Vasudevi, he has taken the name, he has not told that Bhagavan. Oh, who is that Bhagavan? Vasudevi. And especially he told, Ete Chant Kalapunta Krishnatu Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavan Swayam Bhagavan used only in Nandanandan, Yashodanandan, Radha Raman, not all. Even Dwarkadis are Mathura is Krishna. So this is the speciality of Bhagavad world. So if this bhakti, especially, it can be used in Ram, Nishin Bhakti, Pam, all. But especially if anyone do this bhakti, to Prajanandan Shyam Sundar, very soon, Gyan and Vairagya will come. They will not cover bhakti. That is transcendental Gyan and Vairagya. All sorts of Gyan will come. And detachment from worldly toxications, must. If not coming, then what thing? There is something like So we should be very careful. Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. There are four purusharthas told in Mahabharata, Puran and others. But here he said, Dharma is needed. Dharma is needed. But the object of Dharma should be what? Dharma sunishita punta. Vishwakshay katha no pajad jadiratem samayev. If anyone is chanting, doing archan, doing book distribution, preaching so much, but he has no taste in Hari Katha, sweet pastimes of Krishna, then all are good. After some time they can give up chanting name, they can give up archan, bandhan and all that. So we should try to have a taste in hearing Hari Katha. And then our dharma should be for what? Apavarga. Here apavarga means not mukti, Krishna bhakti. And artha should not be for what? Sense gratification. It should be by for the service of Krishna and Vishnu and Vaishnava. Kam, Krishna, Paramatma, Krishna, for Krishna. How to serve Krishna? How to serve Krishna? So, not for intoxication or sense gratification. And what is that tattva? She is telling. Vadanti tattva vidat tattam jagajnanamayadayam krishnameti paramatmeti bhavamaneti sabdate. We have explained this sloka. If we will explain this sloka a whole day, whole day. Even in one sloka all day. How we can explain whole Bhagavatam? But anyhow you should know tattva means those who know tattva. They tell that param adhokshad vastu Vasudeva or Swami Bhagavan Krishna is Parama Tattva, Advaita Tattva. There is nothing, anyone has no independent existence. Or we are so many jivas. In this world there are so many creepers, trees, animals, species of life. Also, Ram, Krishna, Balaram, Buddha, and so many avatars. But no one, any one of them, they have no independent existence. So, Advaita Jnana Tattva Krishna, and he told Brahmaeti, Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. And Bhagavan is the most prominent among. And that Bhagavan is who? Krishna controlled by Radhika. That Krishna. Love and affection. He is Akhil sinful. So, in his past and species, all these things will further develop. Saddhavana munyo jnana kayagni yuktaya pasyanti atmani chatmanam suddhavati. If anyone will hear Srimad Bhagavatam, then he will realize his Atma and also Super Soul Krishna. But how? Sutta Gita. He will have to hear from Guru and qualify Guru. He should first hear and then he should realize. And hear Hari Katha and then hear Hari Katha, Srimvatam Swakatha. Krishna Punya Sarana Kirtanam, Kirtan Tattva Jabba Vidu. Oh, you.
Olamjnantinirandasya jnanam janashalakaya chakshurumilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurudeva Namaha. Now Srila Gurudeva has come to the sequence of shlokas in the second chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this sequence of shlokas is describing how a person should hear this transcendental message of Srimad Bhagavatam and what will be the effect of this on that person and on his heart. So this shloka is telling Shrinvatam Svakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Pridyantaksto Hyabhadrani Vidhunoti Suhrit Satam. So this transcendental message, Krishna Katha, this is the divine sound incarnation of Krishna
It is none different than Krishna. And also within everyone's heart, Sri Krishna is situated as Paramatma, the Antaryami, the indwelling witness of all of our activities. So, Hridyantaksto, as situated there, when he sees that someone is making the attempt to hear his transcendental message from the lips of the realized souls, Swakata, his own descriptions given in Srimad Bhagavatam about his transcendental pastimes, then Hridyantaksto Hyabhadrani Vidhunoti. Then at that time, Krishna becomes the well-wishing friend of the devotee who is hearing this message. Suhrit Satan. He becomes the Suhrit, someone who desires the well-being, the benefit of that person. And then within his heart, he begins the process of cleansing that person's heart, Vidhunoti. So all of the abhadras, that means inauspicious things within the heart, which hamper our transcendental progress toward the lotus feet of Krishna. These abhadras or anarthas, unwanted things within the heart, they gradually become cleansed from the heart by this process of hearing. And then tada rajas tamo bhava nastak praishu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Now, nashta praishu abhadreshu. At that point, when the devotee has heard sufficiently and his heart has become almost cleansed, not fully. Praeshu means almost cleansed. Nashta praeshu abhadreshu. These abhadras have been partially removed to a certain extent. Then, by the process of nityam bhagavata sevaya, that means constantly engaging in the service of Bhagavat. Bhagavat is actually two different types of Bhagavats. One Bhagavat is this transcendental message of Srimad Bhagavatam, the sound incarnation of Krishna. And the other Bhagavat is the transcendental person Bhagavat, the Bhakta Bhagavat. So these two entities are constantly being served by such a devotee. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. By the process of serving the Bhagavat, then Naishtiki Bhakti. That means completely, firmly fixed in the process of bhajan to the lotus feet of Krishna. This comes within that person's heart. And now he reaches the stage of Nishtita Bhakti. Then, at that time, tada rajas tamo bhava kama lobhadayaschaye. Then the three modes of nature within this world, especially rajas and tamas, the modes of passion, modes of ignorance, which cause lust, anger, greed, illusion, they become cleansed from the heart. All these effects he becomes freed from them. Kama lobhadayaschaye. Cheta etair anavidham stitam sattve prasidati. Then that person, he comes to the point of being situated aloof from the effect of these modes of nature. Anavidham, he's no longer affected by lust, anger, greed, illusion. And stitam sattve prasidati. He becomes situated in the transcendental plane and in sattva, in mode of goodness, where now he can begin to understand this transcendental message. Evam prasanna manaso bhagavat bhakti yogataha bhagavat tattva vijnanam mukta sanghasya jayate. Evam prasanna manaso. Now, through this process of bhakti yoga, his mind, his consciousness becomes prasanna, becomes very satisfied, and he begins to understand Bhagavat Tattva Vijnana. He begins to have realization, transcendental, pure perception of the Supreme Lord, Anubhuti, realization. Bhagavat Tattva Vijnana. then mukta sangasya jayate. Now he becomes actually liberated from all effects of the material nature. And then vidyate hridaya grantis chidyante sarva samshaya kshiyante chasya karmani drishta evatmanishvare. So now the hridaya granthi, there is this knot, granthi, within the heart that is binding the conditioned soul to this material body and mind in this material world. So vidyate hridaya grantis, now this becomes pierced. And chidyante sarva samshaya, all of his doubts become removed. He fully understands the truth of Krishna, Bhagavat Tattva. Vidyate hridaya grantis chidyante sarva samshaya kshiyante chasya karmani. Now at this point, all of the effects of his previous past karmas, they are now destroyed. And drishta evatmanishvare. Now he has direct darshan of the Supreme Lord within his heart. He begins to realize his own spiritual identity and his relationship with the Supreme Lord. So this powerful message of the Srimad Bhagavatam causes this effect on the hearts of the conditioned soul. And the Srimad Bhagavatam itself is the very process by which this transcendental param dharma, this pure bhakti to the lotus feet of Krishna can be attained. So the Srimad Bhagavatam itself is announcing that anyone who hears this transcendental message, these effects will come to him.
Now, in the end of Dwapar Yuga, by Parashar, in the Om Bhakt Satyavati, a kala of Krishna, like Narayan, Vyasdev came out. And he knew everything. He divided Vedas in 4 sections. Anyone cannot do. And then he made a essence of that whole Vedic literature. And that is called Brahma Sutra or Saririk Sutra, Vedanta Sutra. And then for Jiva, conditioned soul, those who cannot read Veda, Brahma Sutra, for them he wrote Mahabharata, very long Mahabharata. In that he wrote Krishna pastime, especially Kuru Pandava's character. And in that some people, Gita, and so many jewels are there. You know, anyone can read. Ved we can. Brahma Sutra, we tell Bhakti Vedanta, but we want to know all these things. So for unfortunate persons and ladies, he wrote Mahabharata. Oh, 52 kinds of Puran. Puran, Upapuran, Shakha Puran. And one day he was sitting in the morning when sun was rising on the side of Saraswati. So he was thinking, oh, I have done everything. A general person cannot do. But why? I am not satisfied. Perhaps I have not done what I have to do. And he was repenting. In the meantime, his Guru, Guru of first Kavi, Valmiki, Guru of Dhruva, Guru of Prahlad, Guru of all. Pratin Rishi, Pratin Bahid and all other Rishi. He is Jagatguru. He came with his dinner. How? Radhika Ramana? No. And he came. And just at once stood up, did pranam and passed argha. And when sitting, then Narjarishi told, "Oh, Vyas, you are Kala Brahman, Narayan. You have done everything what a general person cannot do. You do like it. Vedas made Brahma Sutra, Puran, so many, Mahabharata, Gita, that Santi Parva, so many things. But you are not satisfied. Why? Oh, Gurudev, really what? I have done all these things for today. But still, I am not there. Atma is not sufficient. Please tell what is the rogue, disease in me, lacking in me. Then Gurudev told, Guru can tell. And he told, great learned person in whole world, that has not been, no present, not in future, like that. But he was not satisfied. What to tell us? Our landing is very small. So we should think. And then Guru said, oh, I am not to see power, only he saw and told, oh, you have done all these things, but you have not done something. What? You have told everywhere, in all Vedas, what? First sacrifice, Ashtami, Yajna and all these things. Dharma, Artha, Kam, even you have told moksha. But you have not glorified. Sweet pastimes of Krishna. This is that. You have done something opposite. You told Aswamedha. Also very powerful kings have done. What is that? They used to cut Aswamedha, Aswamedha Mankura, horn, and to sacrifice. They used to very beautiful horse in his name. They used to write. Anyone who is powerful, he can check my horse. That should be favorable to me, under my control, otherwise they will have to fight. And in that fight, what becomes? Oh, less and less of person used to be killed. What is this? Hinsa? Now, all things like that. Narto. Why you wrote this? Why Bali? Bali means? Why you have written? So, you are saying, no. If anything, very ornamental language there is. But no Harikatha, no glorification of Krishna or Bhagavan. That body, it is biased, self-thought. What? Like crows, when the crows used to take off, like that. Like basketball. That is it. And even no ornamental language, nothing. There could be, there must maybe any grammatical mistake, no. But where there is glorification of Krishna, all the high class of devotees they can hear. And Krishna will be very happy. Krishna was pursuing whom? वो जो सुन रहे थे कृष्ण का नाम Bilvananda was called a prostitute, very lusty and so on. But Krishna what? He was writing, he was speaking some slok for Krishna. And Krishna, all drinking nectar from him. So anything where there is glorification of Krishna or glorification of his devotee, sadhu will be. Otherwise this is given. You have not done? Have you written the love and affection of Nanda Yashoda to Krishna? Have you written the Sakha who used to die without 1 minute darshan of Krishna? Have you written? They used to take something and then taking out of their mouth and used to give. Oh, see how that's so. That's that. Have you written? No. Have you written that, oh, Sakha Gopal used to Krishna, making Krishna horses like, and you should, all you should run up. Have you written? No. Have you written that Krishna was controlled by gopis? And Krishna told, Napare ham? What the sense is that? Have you told Brahmaji anywhere? How highest what? Dibban Mar and other things to gopis? They began totally mad. They began to do Leela. Leela means I am Krishna. Or taking over like this. Have you listened? They become totally mad. Then what will happen? Come out of karma moksha. This is the what? Obstacle in forward. Now you should do. So how can you do it? Oh, at once sit down. Do Ashman. Take shelter of Krishna and follow Bhakti Yoga. What is Bhakti Yoga? To surrender totally. Like taking mind from body. No? And body from mind, or taking it to heart. And from heart to Krishna. Totally Krishna. Nothing is there. Remembering, cling Krishnaya, Govindaya, Govindaya. Oh, hit. Oh, bhul gaya. Forget what? Body, mind, even he sold everything. And he one wanted only Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And immediate Krishna could not make. And he came at one thing in thought. This is Bhakti Yoga. And then he saw by Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yogain Manasi Samyak Apasyat Pusham Purnam Mayancha Jad Apakayam. And then Jata Mohito Jivatman Tegunatma. Let us. But we should know that. When he told, then that they told, oh, I want to hear. How you received all these gifts that you can? And then he told me. You remember the pastimes of Narad Goswami, what he told? He was a Dasi Putra. You remember?
Om Jnanam Simarandasya Jnanandana Salakaya Shaktiramritamne Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Srila Gurudeva has ordered me to briefly describe the activities of Sri Narad Muni which he revealed to Srila Gurudeva in order to give him increased faith in Bhakti Yoga. He told how early in his life, in his previous life, he was the son of a maidservant. And it just so happened that she was serving the sages during Chaturmasya, during the rainy season, when the sages would stay in one place. Generally they would wander here and there and give Harikatha, but during the rainy season they stayed in one place for 4 months and purified the inhabitants there. So Narada Rishi was serving the Bhakti Vedantas there, and he was thinking and desiring, how can I give my life to them? By the arrangement of the Lord, his mother, the maidservant, was bitten by a snake and died. So Narada Muni, being already trained by the Bhakti Vedantas, having his senses already controlled, he wasn't attached. He looked once at his mother and then left for the forest. He was there serving the 4 Kumaras, and he left for the forest and performed severe austerities, following the instructions that they had given him. And for thousands of years, he was meditating and chanting his mantra. And then it was revealed to him the form of the Lord, because he was meditating on Lord Narayan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Lord Narayan appeared to him, and then instantly disappeared. And then, in an aerial voice, Lord Narayan told him, because he was weeping. He saw the Lord, he became in ecstasy, and then when the Lord disappeared, he immediately began weeping bitterly. And he tried by his meditation to get back that vision. But then he understood that you can't get back that vision by endeavor. Only when the Lord wants to reveal himself, then he's revealed. So by his bitter weeping and tremendous eagerness, the Lord appeared as an aerial voice and told him, I will not again show my form to you in this life, because I want to increase your eagerness. Narada was admitting that he had one slight desire, which kept him from the eternal, forever vision of the Lord. Not so many desires like us, and not desires in passion and ignorance like us, but he had a desire in the mode of goodness. That is, he wanted to worship the Lord under a certain condition, in the forest, in a sacred place, by flowing sacred rivers, and alone. So that was a personal desire, though not a bad desire. So the Lord said, as long as you are tainted by any material desire, I'll not appear to you. So I want to increase your eagerness. You should go on chanting my glories all over the world, chanting my name and fame. And in this way you become so pure that you can see me forever. So Narada Muni followed that instruction and chanted the glories of the Lord everywhere. Then when death came, it came like lightning and thunder occurred simultaneously. As he left his body made of the 5 elements, he immediately received his spiritual body, his Vastusthiti as Narada Muni. And Srila Gurudeva explained that this is actually Diksha. When one gets full initiation by his Guru, he gets full realization of his relationship with the Lord, and all obstacles are completely washed away. So then now he had full, complete freedom from any impediment, and he was able to travel all over the material world and all over the spiritual world, chanting the glories of the Lord and making so many disciples. So he told his story to Vyasadeva, and encouraging him for fully absorbing himself in the glories of the Lord in trance, and not writing Srimad Bhagavatam, but receiving Srimad Bhagavatam in Samadhi Bhatya, in trance language. Actually, Srimad Bhagavatam is the Swarup of the Lord, and it's the manifestation of the Lord realized by the trance of Srila Vyasadeva by following the instructions and inspiration of Sri Narada.
प्रयोज्यमाने मैतांग शुद्धं भवते आरब्ध कर्म निर्माणो नपतः पंच and aerial question. You cannot have that my person in this body because there is something anartha. So you should glorify Krishna and his positive pastime in the whole world. And time will come, then your death will come and your transcendental body will come. So what he began? Tilkis, Swat Brahma. I don't know Krishna, perhaps himself is Swat Brahma. And then by that he began to sing it whole. Evam pratatva priya nama kritya jata anuravo chitta fasat tatho rodati lauti kaya unamavyata nitya. When he used to sing Veena like this and Katha like this, of forgetting everything, where he is, who he is, and only chanting. Sri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda Govinda Hare Amra Kishora Krishna Harati Yasoda Saraswati Shri Vallavi Varadhi. Oh, chanting his head, sometimes rolling down on the earth, like Sannyasi Thakur, rolling down. Sometimes weeping, sometimes laughing, sometimes what he was doing like mad person. And traveling for here and there. Then time came, and what at once, what is Payujyamani, Maitam Suddham Bhavati. All and each prani, jeev, in this body, they have some central body to serve Krishna. Very sweet, very sweet. Some may be like friends, some may be like father, mother, Nanda, Yashoda. Some may be like gopis. Some may be in the guidance of the Rup Manjari. Some may be like in Hanuman, like Bharata, and Prahlad, and but everyone has each their transcendental body. When time comes by this process, then one day this body, first body comes, that very sweet, very beautiful, attractive, like Krishna. It should be more sweet and attractive than Krishna even. Those who can control Krishna, go be more beautiful. Krishna was beautiful, really. But Radhika, more beautiful. Otherwise, how she can control Krishna? Ram was beautiful, really. But when he went to Janakpuri, and in a very beautiful garden, he saw who? Sita. What doing? And he gave his heart. Because he was so beautiful. So, this lady should be also, or anyone, so beautiful that they can control Krishna. So, this body came, and this body, this is the process. And then, Arabdha Karmano, which is all creative cuts, everything this body went away, and he was now able to go to Golok Vrindavan, to Swarga, to heaven, to Ramlok, Saket, to here and there, even Brahmalok, everywhere. And he became Jagat Guru. Bolo Jagat Guru Nard Rishi Ki Thank you. Now, one Kirtan Krishnadas and then drama play. so many beautiful, marvelous, attractive. Gita Govinda, Bhajan Rahasya, oh, what Ujjwal many is coming from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. We have Bhagavatam, Rajavan, Sambhad, and so many books. So, try to take it and distribute. We have some plans. Radhakanta Prabhu and Vishwambhar may speak something very briefly, but you should help me in this. By this very soon, like at the time of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Swami Maharaj, we can preach all over world. Especially, young ladies and boys, they should come forward for it.
Dear Vaishnava and Vaishnavis, for the pleasure of Sri Guru Gauranga, we have developed a new program for book distribution. It's very successful in Badger, distributed many thousands of dollars worth of books. Many, many devotees went home with small packets of books which are unbelievably priced at the printing cost.
Captured by Dasdevji, his own father. Due to lack of time, Gurudev could not explain in detail. So we have heard from Gurudev in previous, and what Gurudev briefly taught yesterday, I will discuss that thing. So Sukadeva Goswami, after birth, he ran away from his house